This SUV has a mini fridge in the back seat that gets colder than your actual refrigerator, heated seats in the third row, which almost no car has, and a screen bigger than most laptops. It's called the Freelander 8, and it's about to replace Land Rover in China entirely. Let's break down exactly what's inside it, and how a dormant nameplate ended up with more tech than almost anything else in its class. First, a bit of context on why this car even exists. Chery and Jaguar Land Rover run a joint venture in China, and that joint venture is now transitioning away from locally built Land Rover models entirely, replacing them with a new lineup under the revived Freelander name. Land Rover branded deliveries in China actually jumped from under 1,000 units in May to over 3,000 in June. But that spike was driven by clearance pricing as dealers sold off the last of the outgoing models. The Freelander 8 is what replaces all of it. On size, this is a genuinely large 3-row SUV, just over 5.1 meters long, 2.05 meters wide, and 1.9 meters tall, riding on a 3.04-meter wheelbase. Under the skin, it runs an 800-volt extended-range electric platform, with battery cells supplied by CATL supporting 6C fast charging, and it uses Huawei's Qiankun ADS5 hardware for assisted driving. Now, let's get into the cabin, because this is where the Freelander 8 is really trying to make its case. The centerpiece is a 46.3-inch panoramic glass display stretching across the dashboard, paired with a 17.3-inch display mounted in the rear ceiling for backseat passengers. Processing power comes from Qualcomm's Snapdragon 83097 chip, which the manufacturer claims delivers 3 times the CPU performance and 12 times the NPU performance compared to the previous generation Snapdragon 8295 benchmark. The cockpit also includes dual optical crystal rotary knobs, open-pore real wood trim, recycled aluminum accents, and Napa leather upholstery throughout. On storage, there's a 22-liter center console compartment, and a 7.3-liter glove box that's actually passcode protected and electrically operated. There are also dual 50-watt air-cooled wireless charging pads built into the cabin. Now, the second row, which the manufacturer is calling, and I'm using their actual description here, the Downton Abbey living room. The right side captain's chair reclines up to 145 degrees with a 4-way electrically adjustable leg rest. Both second-row captain's chairs get heating, ventilation, and 16-point massage function, along with folding tray tables, USB Type-C ports that support display mirroring, and a 10-liter temperature-controlled compartment that can run anywhere from -6 to +50 degrees Celsius. Essentially a built-in mini fridge and warmer, which is exactly the detail I opened this video with. Audio comes from a 23-speaker Harman Kardon system, running a 7.1.4 channel layout, with dual-layer acoustic glass and active noise cancellation. Even the third row gets real attention here, which almost never happens in this segment. There's 960 millimeters of headroom under a 1.150-meter glass roof section the manufacturer calls the Skylight Corridor. And the third row seats themselves are both heated and ventilated, a feature you almost never see this far back in any SUV, regardless of price. So here's the actual context worth sitting with. This isn't just a new SUV launching in a crowded market. It's the vehicle a major joint venture is using to functionally retire the Land Rover name in China and replace it with something built specifically around what Chinese buyers are currently prioritizing: massive displays, wellness-focused rear seating, and locally sourced battery and driver assist technology, rather than badge heritage. Whether that trade actually works commercially depends heavily on pricing and the final specification sheet, both of which are still unconfirmed ahead of the August launch. Do you think reviving a dormant nameplate with tech like this is a smart move, or does it risk losing what made the original brand appealing in the first place? Let me know what you think in the comments.